Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Friday, December 17th, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern. I remind everybody that tomorrow at 9 a.m. Pacific time, I'm doing an interview with Brad Johnson. You can go to our website on interviews at the top of the page, click that. And on the right-hand side, you'll see the sign-up. It's no charge, and you just sign up for Zoom. And it's going to be quite an interesting, very interesting interview. So also tonight we have the Reverse Aging Health Call with special guests Michael Thomas and Patty McPeak will be on that call. And I would really recommend you get there early. If at all possible. That's at 9 p.m. Eastern tonight. How do we ignite the greatest spiritual awakening of our lives? Life is full and overflowing with the new, but it's necessary to empty out the old to make room for the new to enter. Eileen Cady. In each moment of life, this life, present life, we have a choice to experience life as heaven or hell. If you're living in the mind, thinking and thinking and thinking all the time, you are unconscious and will be living in some kind of hell. When you can stop thinking and are simply relaxing with existence, you drop into pure unbounded consciousness and will be living in heaven. That's when you merge with the God that you are. It's that simple. How we are experiencing reality is always our choice. No one else is always ours. This extraordinary or painful experience of this life is really up to each of us. We can always choose to become more conscious. We can slow down and pause to welcome the space for more consciousness to exist in the mind and body. We can allow our scintillating pure awareness into our dull, obligatory experience and make any dry moment truly precious. This perpetual choice is made in each moment. And if done over many consecutive hours, it will ignite the greatest spiritual awakening experience of our lives. It's just like how an enormous bonfire needs kindling to start. You don't have to wait for some big spiritual teacher to ignite your inner fire. You can strike the match and ignite it yourself. The awakening begins with a choice to remember that we are the masters of our consciousness. And our consciousness is our connection to divinity. Without this connection, our lives are like a lifeless desert, yearning for the next morsel of juice to make it worthwhile. There is a very expansive spiritual version of reality available to each of us right now. We can go on ignoring it, focusing on achieving the mundane, yet seemingly deeply important tasks in our world, or we can make this one choice to constantly choose consciousness over everything. This choice makes us, in our inner fire, grow brighter and get hotter. Spill the oil lamp. Set this dry, boring place on fire. If you have ever made wanton love with God, then you have ignited that brilliant light inside that every person needs. Prophets. Our total spiritual freedom is already our essential nature. Yet the mind is covered with conditions, belief systems, and programming to forget it. The mind has spiritual amnesia that divinity is available in this now moment. We can do this now. So there's no reason to delay the choice anymore. We've procrastinated long enough, and chances are high that we will forget about divinity again and again and again. This amazing feeling of freedom is it's up to us. We choose to open our hearts to the warm, healing sunshine within our souls. The bright fire of this great awakening all starts with the intention and imagining how an inner fire might feel as if the first flames were beginning to happen. Any sensitive person is able to spiritually awaken and discover divinity, which exists in everything and everyone. It all begins with the inner world. You can remember how to enjoy everything about this life by choosing to explore that which is the absolute source of love. The absolute source of love. Whatever we carry in our inner world is what's manifesting in our outer world. If you feel like a financially poor person and are entertaining thoughts of poverty consciousness, then your bank account and debt will reflect that. If you feel like a spiritually rich person, then this abundance will also manifest into the richness of what you are contributing out into the world. We are all developing our spiritual capacity at different levels and speeds. Yet, what I'm reminding you today is how you can manifest the highest spiritual awakening experience of your lives and see how it manifests into your lives. The external world is just as much you as anything inside of your skin. You as a human being are a symptom of nature. You are not something that comes into the world, but something that comes out of it. Alan Watts. Just about in every new country, there are more and more people who are exploring alternative states of consciousness. It's becoming a common trend to many conservative communities to think outside their traditional boxes and understand the spiritual laws of manifestation. People are working together more than ever, growing past their old comfort zones and learning how to naturally live every day from the highest states of consciousness. Now we can step out of the matrix and be part of it today. There's no need to play small, be helpless, or deprived of spiritual freedom anymore. We are not born to be a fear-based being who is limited by the small minds of others. We are not here to be a pawn in the human hierarchical game that millions are still playing hide and seek with. This world of us versus them is way outdated. The me movement has already changed to the we. We are living in a time when we shine together, we mature together, and we become the divine whole beings that we already are. You have to participate relentlessly in the manifestation of your own blessings. Elizabeth Gilbert. You have to participate relentlessly in the manifestations of your own deep eternal love. The one place where people often miss the point of it all is in realizing they are the master of their existence. They do not see how the master inside has been asleep. It is nobody's fault. We have been under deep hypnosis, all of us, for a very, very, very long time. We are unaware that we are unaware of this unawareness. We are unaware that we are unaware of this unawareness. If we knew we were asleep, then we would be awake, or maybe just a little bit closer to being awake. The old habit is to remain fixed in our thinking patterns from yesterday's newspapers. These tendencies to believe we should live in a struggling, hard life and thick and stubborn as if they are laced with some very seductive social punishments. If we step out of line, people will look at us and say something about us, so just conform to the norm, be a sheeple, and never stray from the flock. Yet, if we never wander away, how else will we realize that the mind has been asleep for eons, living in illusions that think that some people are closer to divinity than we are, believing that their life is better than ours, richer, fulfilling, sensually alive, and amazing. Yes, the wool has been perfectly pulled over our eyes. We were born with the same divine consciousness as was Christ, Buddha, Lao Tzu, Maitreya, and every other living master. We just haven't built up our bonfire like they did. Yet we already are a super powerful manifesting beings who can effortlessly create, attract, and materialize anything that we desire or want. Just look around your life. Everything you see is a direct manifestation of some choice you made in the past. You deserve the recognition and acknowledgement that you are divine. You are here to experience outrageous levels of joy and inner peace all the time. And you can. Just start by claiming your own spiritual connection and know that there is an omniscient, all-intelligent source available in this now moment. It feels absolutely amazing. So choose to step back from your ego. If you wanted to master it, you must step back from it. Drop your unconscious addiction to this mind trip and reconnect with the God source that abides at the very core of consciousness itself and is inside you right now. You deserve to enjoy this experience of life fully. All of us do. And the more often we practice choosing consciousness over thoughts, we will see that this world is truly waking up all around us because our eyes are becoming more clear, crystal clear. Take one step towards spiritually empowering yourself and ignite a deeper spiritual connection within the sleeping mind each morning by asking yourself sincerely to answer the following questions. Each one will assist you to look inside and think about who you are. Am I willing to become a more conscious, loving, kind human being? These are questions that you ask yourself. How devoted am I to the path of deep inner peace? What do I most need to say no to in my life so I can make space to say yes to a deeper spiritual experience of this life? What is really, really, really important to me on a spiritual level? What are the thoughts that I most need to let go of that will create a more enlightened life? What does that one conversation sound like with myself that will allow me to feel lighter and freer instantly? This is a global spiritual awakening meditation. And the purpose of it is to deeply relax about ourselves, our lives, and everything going on in this world. Observe your mind chatter. We all have it. None of us are exempt from it. But do not try to manage it. Listen to your thoughts as if they were background noise of birds chirping or cars driving by. If your mind starts to grasp on to any thought, desire, or intention, simply imagine they are melting away like butter on a hot summer day. This is a sacred, sweet, quality, quiet time to be alone, to truly be with your soul and spiritual self. Practicing feeling into your heart, relaxing deeper into your body, letting go of all mental and emotional tensions that may arise. Let everything go until you feel deeply relaxed. When you do this relaxation practice an hour a day for 21 days, and you'll notice a shift happening in your mind and begin having a more expansive spiritual experience of life, of this life. Being aware of your physical body. To love and accept it until it feels like a warm, coziest home. Being aware of your emotions. Allow yourself to feel all of your feelings. Being aware of your thoughts in your mind. Allow them to fall away and be with whatever feeling is here now. Being aware of your desires. Watch how the mind never stops desiring this and that. Being aware of your awareness. Rest deeply in pure, unbounded divine consciousness. And when we look at all of this, and you see right now on this planet, when we see this global spiritual awakening, more and more people across the planet are choosing to go within. There's no race. There's no winner. There is discovery to go within and stay within. Now, when you look at the surface and you look at the material, physical world, knowing that we aren't these bodies, and we view the financial aspects globally, and we, all of us, as omnipotently powerful spiritual beings in these bodies, what is it that we all desire? What is it that you feel is going to satisfy you? Now, understand what that means. It means that the ego mind, we are catering to the ego mind to satisfy the ego mind. And when we do that, we live in the head, not the heart. To manifest anything that any of us truly desire, let's say collectively, all of us at once, when we say all of us deserve the best of everything on this planet, all of us deserve to have rich, fulfilling, happy, joyous, and free lives. All of us deserve not to be worrying about this or that or this or that. So how do we manifest that collectively? We trust, number one, implicitly. And we have, and this is a fine line, we have no attachments and we have no expectations. So collectively, we request of the universe, without worry, stress, fear, anxiety, doubt, even the little smidgen of doubt stops it. Total faith and trust in the universe, without a question, without a doubt, ever. Total faith and trust in the universe. And total faith and trust in you. I'm not saying that this is a real simple, happy-go-lucky, easy thing, especially with those who are kind of detached or unconscious about who they are, what they are as the gods they are in the body. But collectively, total faith and trust in yourself, in the God that you are, total faith and trust in the universe. The universe delivers everything that we ask for. And then people say, well, why don't we get it? because we stop it. We start having doubt. We start having fear. And then what happens? We step in our own way, and the natural flow of abundance that comes constantly from the universe to us is omitted. This is how we collectively, as a civilization, come together. We are not operating from the head. We are operating from the heart. You know that whenever you're in the head, you drop to the heart. And you express, this is what I desire. We want the best of everything for everyone on this planet. We want the best, the fullest of financial experience. Money, gold, silver, whatever that you focus on. Endless amounts of wealth for the entire civilization of the planet. Releasing of the revaluation of currencies and bonds. Here's where we get caught up. We get caught up in the expectation and attachment, instead of just knowing, you know what I mean? Instead of us just knowing, and that's not ego, that's heart-minded. And we just know, we have faith, and we have trust in ourselves and the universe. The universe has had our backs ever since the beginning. Always has, always will. So what it wants is he wants the best that anything that we choose or desire, it wants to deliver it to us. So doesn't it make sense that the only way, since we all are omnipotently supreme beings in these bodies, and we collectively come together, being consciously aware of who and what we are of and from the highest of the highest high, deepest of the deepest deepest, purest of the purest purest, eternal love. And why is it that we collectively request this of the universe? Because we want everyone to go into the experience within and have joy. Not joy from outside of us, but the joy that we are within. And to have freedom within. To know we were completely free. And the money and the finances are automatic. They're absolutely automatic. Instead of a lot of us waiting for others to implement this global currency reset, this revaluation of currencies, all along, we're the ones that decide and determine collectively when this is going to be. It isn't those working with it, it is all of us. And it's a collective intent, which is hyper, super powerful. And that's why faith and trust in yourself and faith and trust in the universe. Huge. It doesn't matter what your ego mind keeps trying to tell you. You've tried that before, that doesn't work. Why are you going to try that again? It's a waste of time. And that's what happens. That's the doubt, see. Do you honestly believe that the ego mind wants you to be wealthy, happy, and joyous and healthy? Does it? Do you think it does? Well, if you were happy and joyous, why would you need the ego mind? Because it's always questioning and protecting itself. And then it thinks, well, it's got to protect you from abundance and great wealth and prosperity and happiness and joy. So collectively, faith, deep faith and trust in yourself, and deep faith and trust in the universe. And collectively, visualize through your heart-mind. Visualize through your heart-mind motion picture. See it. Feel it. And all along, you're not having expectations or attachments. You're living it. You're not waiting for it. You're living it through your heart, mind's motion picture. It's a big difference. When you look at something, when any of us look at something, how do we look at it? We're looking at it from outside, right? Instead of being behind the eyes that see it. You see what I mean? If you're dreaming about something, or when you dream about something, we all have, we all do, and you're in the dream and you are viewing. You're not watching you. You're in the dream. You're viewing from the eyes. And this is a very powerful thing in this collective meditation for freeing the GCR, the revaluation of currencies, and finally, collectively, allowing it to flood the planet. So that all these projects, that all these groups are struggling to try to survive, to keep themselves above the water, so to speak, and waiting and waiting and waiting, when we all along have been total power to determine and to direct the GCR RV of planet Earth Gaia Arya. So it's living it through your heart, mind's motion picture. It is deep, eternal faith and trust in yourself, and deep, eternal faith and trust in the universe. Without a question. It is sent, so it is, so it shall be. Then it's left alone. So in this meditation, in our global spiritual awakening, to releasing all the financial abundance to the civilization of planet Earth through the heart mind, and the universe delivers it. Feel it, see it through your heart mind's motion picture, not the ego mind, not the head, because that's when everything gets blurred, and that's when we start worrying, stressing, and fearing, and getting anxious, irritable, upset, and frustrated. That we suffer, especially when we have expectations and attachments. We all do that. We all find ourselves, maybe unconsciously at times, but expectations and attachments to things. And we know once we step over that line, that's when we begin to suffer. Because you've experienced it, where you say to yourself, I haven't, you say, well, that hasn't come to be. I haven't. Why hasn't it? I was expecting it to happen yesterday. Why didn't it happen? You see how we do that? And then we get irritated and frustrated. And it's a downward spiral with the ego mind at the helm. So deep eternal faith and trust in you, in all of us, and deep eternal faith and trust in the universe. So we breath in through the nose, the global currency reset and the revaluation. We breath it in and we expand it out so it covers the planet, all the people of planet Earth. And we can see this happening through the groups that will set up major projects that will transform the planet and the civilization. And through that job creation. And we aren't interested in the jobs of the old Earth, where everybody just struggled to get by. We're talking about a whole different territory of people enjoying what they do and being paid very, very, very well for it. And they do what they enjoy doing. Huge difference. And with the stewards of the wealth, those who are carrying currency and bonds, know their position. They are to literally generate wealth for the entire civilization. Create value. Build wealth for yourself and the civilization of this planet. Create value, build wealth for yourself and the civilization of this planet. And as we know, wealth is in many different areas. Have all the funds and money that you can possibly imagine, and then some. But all along, not having expectations as to when, and you focus on the fact that it is already here, that it is not coming, that it is already here. You live it. You view it. You're a part of it. All of us are. How was the wealth on this planet ever created? All of us. No matter how many times we've reincarnated, 10,000, 100,000, 200,000. So we view the wealth being returned to humanity. And easy, unobstructed, not blocked, not deterred or deceive, but fluidly. And the universe will deliver as long as we stay in the heart mind. We don't have expectations, well, this is supposed to happen tomorrow. And we know that it is done and it is already completed. And we live it. And you look from behind your eyes outward to see it. You're not looking from afar, looking at you, look at it. You're behind the body. You, the God, are looking out those eyes and you're seeing it in real time happen. So you visualize it. And we have all of the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond and forever, because we're all part of each other. All of those that are consciously awake with us doing this. Concentrating on this water world, on the outer rim of the Milky Way galaxy, for its complete liberation, and that people on the planet, all of us collectively, we manifest exactly what we desire. And right now, many is the global currency reset, NESARA, the global reformation, GESARA, and the revaluation of currencies, and the exchanging of bonds. Live it. Don't look at it from afar, watching yourself view it. Look at it from behind the eyes in that body as the God that you are. This is what we do. We create. Emphatically so. From the quantum quark all the way to these bodies and beyond. We create. We are supreme creators. We are supreme immortal beings in these bodies. We create. We are supreme reality. We live this. And so it is, and so it shall be. So go to a place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure we all are, and breathe. Breath through the nose. Breath out the mouth. Easy. Slowly. Relax your bodies from head to toe, inside and out. And by breathing and focusing on your breath, we are all in the now. We create our futures in the now. Everything happens in the now. We focus on the breath. The breath is the now. We collectively, all of us, since we are all one anyway, the gods that we are, focus on one thing. Great wealth, great prosperity for the civilization of planet Earth, joy, peace, bliss, tranquility, benevolence, great prosperity, great wealth, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, all at one time. See it through your eyes. Experience it. Be the God that you are, not the body. No expectations, no attachments. But you know inherently through the God that you are that it is. We created it, but it got a little held up because of our doubts and fears and anxieties and constantly slipping back into the ego mind. So now it's time to clear the deck and allow this to flow as it was designed to do by the collective consciousness of all existence, all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. I'll join you in the meditation. I'll return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through the nose and an easy breath out through the mouth. Move easily and slowly. Remember, we don't own anything on this planet. We enjoy it, but we don't own it. Because when we leave these bodies, it will stay, we will go. So continue to visualize through your heart mind in the course of the day that the GCRRV has already begun. People are exchanging, people are happy, enjoying. All the currencies and the bonds are being exchanged, monetized. And everybody is starting to gear up to save the planet and the civilization, humanity, mankind. This is a wondrous time, transition. And remember, it's all collective, not just singularly. We're not one. We're not, individual, separate. We're one. The gods within these bodies are one, omnipotently powerful. The universe is at our beck and call. Always has been, always will be, ever beyond and forever. So we focus on this through the heart mind's motion picture with no expectations or attachments. The universe will deliver it. It's easy peasy as long as we don't start doubting, stressing, fearing, and not trusting. Deep eternal faith and trust with yourself, deep eternal faith and trust, unwavering with the universe, no expectations and no attachments. And we will have our transfer of wealth to the people of planet Earth, not the governments. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and the following morning. We will return here Saturday at, that's December 18th, 2021, at 3 p.m. Eastern to continue our Global Guided Meditation call. And then at 9 a.m. Saturday morning Eastern Pacific Standard Time, I will have an interview with Brad Johnson. You can sign up for that. No charge. You can sign up for it on our website under interviews, on the right-hand side. And then, of course, tonight at 9 p.m. Eastern, here on this line, we will have special guests Michael Thomas, the inventor of Halo, creator of Halo, and Patty McPeak.